guys, welcome back to Andrew Penman YouTube. Today we got a gadget review. I do a few of these, as you know. I like my modifications and my hacks and my fixes, and today's a simple unboxing. And I'll talk to you a bit about why I bought this product and why I think you should purchase it, why it's the right time to get it, and some of the things that probably you weren't aware of on this. And what it is the Apple iWatch, the Apple Watch 4. I don't know why they didn't call it iWatch. It would have been a perfect, maybe there's already a name out there for that. But I'll be back in a moment to go through the unboxing and talk to you about what I think of first impressions and overall feeling about it and the pros and cons. So sit back, I'll see you very soon. Guys, we're going to unbox it now. This is it here. It comes in a pretty awesome box. I'm pretty impressed with the overall, you know, the look and the feel of this company, what they do. They give you a full immersive experience when you're unboxing these things, like a little surprise party. So let's go in, unbox it, and I'll come back and talk to you a bit about what I think and why I think it's such an amazing product at this time to jump into the Apple Watch ecosystem, family, whatever you want to call it. Okay guys, let's unbox 44mm silver. I think the unboxing is one of the most special things about this, so let's have a look at it. We peel back here, this part here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Okay, wow. Look at that. Look at the insignia on there. It's all sort of a laser cut on the box. Just superb. The presentation of this box is probably one of the best attributes, along with the functionality of the new iWatch 4. As you can see there, the series, it's Series 4 silver aluminium case, white sports band, 44mm. I went for the 44 because I like the bigger size. The white band contrasts the silver frame and the black face. I think it'll look really cool. So one of the aspects of this box is like a little mini surprise party, the way it kind of opens up. So let's have a look. We'll just check it out. Open that there. Open this side here. And we'll open it up. And wow, look at that. Pretty good experience, like a little surprise party. Like I said, oh, okay, there's obviously the band. We'll just take the packaging away. So we obviously got we've got the band and we've got the actual watch. We'll have a look at the watch first. Look at that, just beautiful boxing. Keep all this, guys, when you actually don't throw it away, because if you ever want to resell the watch, you've got all this incredible premium packaging to go along with it. That's the watch. Look, they give you a little tiny pouch made of, it's like terry toweling suede. It's suede actually. Get a close-up of that for you. Look at that, just incredible. Push it out, obviously. Let's have a look. And revealing the, ta-da! Wow. You can use that to clean it, couldn't you? Look, I'm a watch guy, and this is not a huge watch face. This is by my Monaco and Targs and a lot of my watches. It's quite a small face, really, but it is technically 44mm. It's the biggest watch. There's the new sapphire, crystal, and ceramic base with the ECG monitor. You've got the single red circle around here. What just fell down then. Yep, so that's the actual watch, so we'll put that down there in picture. Okay, so that's there. I might just put it on top of its felt thing, may as well for now. Okay, what's in here? This is designed by Apple. This is a pretty intense unboxing, guys. Sorry, but I think it's part of the fun of unboxing something is actually seeing the quality of the merchandising and what they give you. So there's this quick startup guide there, obviously, and then on the back some button functionality. There's your standard rudimentary warranty stuff and all that. Obviously you've got your charging cable. Gee, this is interesting. Yeah, look, again, it's just a really nice Oh gee, just a nice finish on this. Okay, it's actually feels actually gone for a better poly plastic on these leads now. That's obviously an iPhone charging base, which I can slide out like this. This is what obviously charges your iPhone. And I think the only way to get that out is to actually just lightly move it. Maybe we got to cut it. No, it'll just slide out. Okay, there we go. And then you've got the plastic on the back. We'll just remove that on there. I don't need to keep all this plastic on unless you're going to, you know, obviously on-sell it. There's no need to keep all this stuff on here. There we go. Gee, it's quite sticky at the bottom half there. And then the top one, as you can see, comes off like that. Obviously, I'm a big fan of removing all these things, keeping it sort of virgin finish on there. I look after things pretty well. So there's your charging cable. Obviously, you're charging, it's a standard charger on that. We'll have a look at the actual band. Okay, wow. Again, the packaging is just premium, beautiful. Everything is able to be resealed down if you want to sell this thing. Let's have a look in here. It's again, it's exciting opening these things. That's the band design, obviously. A lot of you guys are going, yawning, this is boring as anything, but not really. If you can't afford to buy one of these things right now and you want to see the full experience, that's what this is all about. Unbox it as if you're unboxing it from a VR first-person point of view. Okay. Whoa, look at that. Okay. It's coming with obviously 2 sizes, and then the main part that goes onto the watch. Instructions how to put it on. So if you're, you know, if you've got a small wrist or a big wrist, I suppose there'll be a lot of these left over if you're not going to need them. And that's pretty much it, guys. So as you can see, that's the whole full unboxing, 44mm unboxing. I'll get it out, put it on, and we'll go through some functionality and what I think my first impressions and overall feelings about it, and then positives or negatives, and we'll come back. Okay. So to take the, obviously the watch out, you just peel it out like that. They're all recessed in, and there you have all the watch bands. Beautiful fabric on this. It's high, smooth silk rubber feel, one of the best quality plastics I've ever felt in my life. Yeah, just beautiful. Obviously you got the sensor underneath here, just being plastic coated. You take that off like that and put that back in there. Yeah, it's a beautiful finish on there. Wow, it feels beautiful. Okay, we'll put it together now. So there we have the package ready to get assembled. Wow, okay, there we go. We've just unboxed it. That's the box. Wow, that was a rush. That was worth the price of admission alone, just unboxing that thing. That was probably the best unboxing of any product I've ever unboxed, okay, in my life. Okay, before I talk about the watch, I want to say the reason I got the iPhone is because it was just something that was so intuitive, extremely fluid, and seamlessly works, I think, better than, in my opinion, the Android system. So yes, you're paying for the ecosystem, you're paying for the Apple family, you get involved, they suck you in, they hook you in, yeah, you get in, I get all that. But at the end of the day, it's just a nice, to me, it's a nice, easy platform that works consistently and every time and efficiently, and that's why I went for the iPhone. Why did I not get an Apple Watch until now? Look, I've been a big fan of horology. I've got a lot of watches. I've got probably 40 watches, including Hublots and Tags and Panerays. I love the simplicity of a really refined watch. I love the way it's the intuitive precision of the engineering of a watch. When you wear it, it's like a motor on your sleeve. It's like having a motor of a car. I've spent a lot of money on watches. I love my watches. Why didn't I get a digital watch? Because I didn't see that it didn't encompass the spirit of the essence of a watch for me. It was more of a digital screen. I got a couple of ones from China to try them out with, you know, talking on them and that. So I didn't jump in the Apple Watch pool on the first first Apple Watch Zero, or whatever you want to call it. Apple Watch 2 came out. It had a lot more functionality. It started getting waterproof, or you know, not just splash proof. Then I started thinking, yeah, maybe, but not quite yet. Then the Apple 3 came out. Watch 3 came out. That had, again, Siri, not just texting to you, but talking to you. It had a lot of other, you know, the new red bezel. It had better waterproofing. It had a lot more functionality, but still didn't have. It had the LTE, which means you can use this watch as an independent phone. All that was working well, but I just didn't feel that it still had what I wanted. So when the Apple 4 was released, my ears pricked up. I went, my gosh, it's got a lot of extra things. For a start, the whole watch itself is smaller, thinner, and the real estate's tinier compared to, well, not tiny, it's the same size, 44 millimeters, but it's actually bigger, but it has a much more, you know, simplistic look and feel. So let's go through it. So the original Apple Watch 2s and 3s had the 38 and 40 millimeter faces. They've gone now for a 40 and a 44, which I got the 44 millimeter. Why? Because, well, I've got quite wide wrists, and that you wouldn't want anything smaller than that. And why would you go for a smaller real estate screen? I don't know. I don't get that at all.
Warning, bullshit alert.
Okay, so what's new about the new? Well, first of all, before I go into what's new about it, I'll talk a bit about why I got it and why I got this particular color scheme. Look, I was going to get the full black and the full, you know, band and the black side casing, the black bezel and the black face, and it would all look black, and it looks a bit, you know, simplistic and just doesn't seem to bounce or doesn't seem to just jump out at you. So going for a white band, the silver sides and the black face, you get that effect of a pretty much a you know, a three-tone color kind of look. I like the look of that. You got the black face, the silver, and you got the white. It's a lot more crisp. Okay. Also, when you go to something like, for instance, a certain app which has a white face, you'll see now it has actually you have the bezel going around the outside, which actually looks like it's actually bigger, because you'll have the actual screen of your photo, then you'll have the black bezel going around, then you'll have the silver of the actual casing. So the whole screen looks technically bigger, even though you've got a black bezel going around. When if you have the all black, what essentially happens is the black of the casing continues around to the black of the bezel, which is on the actual screen. I'm talking the bezel of the screen black, and then it comes into a smaller photo in the middle. You know what I mean? So it gives if you hold them side by side, you can do the test. The all black iPhone, I think, looks a smaller screen than the silver or the gold or whatever casing with that black bezel, you know, coming as a differential standout. I think you understand what I mean. So I went for the silver and the white and the black, as you can see. Okay, so that's why I went for this. Why did I go for this? Basically because for the first time ever, it is not only LTE, but it actually has a duplicate. You actually get a duplicate SIM by your carrier. They push a button, they copy it. You don't need to put a SIM in here. You just need to pay the extra $5 a month to have that as a separate complete device from your phone. So you can use this as an independent phone, and you use your phone. So essentially, for the price, which I paid about $799 Australian dollars for this. This is the Aluminium, or for American friends, or Aluminium for my Australian friends. Because of that, you actually $799 are getting another iPhone. You're getting another iPhone. So I can go to the shops and get some grocery shopping, and I can just jot down with this and just basically put my shopping list on here, go out the door, and I can pretty much just use this the whole time. I can make calls, I can get texts, I can do emails, I can do Siri, I can do everything, and then I can leave my phone at home. So it becomes a second phone, so to speak. That's a really big functionality for me. On my YouTube channel, I'm always taking calls, I'm always talking to people, I'm doing emails. So to actually have that on my wrist while I'm working, I've done the headphones, the Bluetooth, I've done it all before, and having the cable behind my back while I'm walking around. But this is going to be it is working so far beautifully. So I really do love the aspect of the hands-free on that with raised to Siri. It's just a beautiful interaction. It's just seamless pretty much. Okay, let's go through some of the functionality. It has a lot more faces now, and we'll actually go to some faces and I'll show you. Okay, so here's the watch face. I'll just get my number down here typed in, so that wants to give a code to unlock it. So this is the face that I use a lot, which is an awesome face, and you have 9 complications in here. You can actually change from weather. I've got the temperature. I've also got the battery life, and you can go inside. You just hold it down to change the faces. You can see I've got a lot of chronos here. For instance, example with the chrono, there's the chronograph, and if you want to stopwatch, you hit the corner there, and it comes up with a stopwatch. You have a lap timer with a second arrow in blue. Pretty impressive stuff. You can stop it. You can then stop the whole thing, and you can reset it like that back to your normal face. So yeah, the chrono is an amazing amazing face on that. Okay, let's have a look at some other ones. You've got the different chronos. You've got the Mickey Mouse, which is it's a pretty awesome interactive watch face. We'll go across. You've got Moon, you've got the news, you've got your working exercise ones. I've even got one with, would you believe, with my daughter on here. It's a face comes up in the corner there, and if I touch that, it obviously rings her and calls Georgia. So yeah, it's a pretty impressive watch face setup on this particular Apple Watch. You've got a lot of different, you know, that's what I use during the day, for instance, when it's bright. Yeah, so it's just showing you some of the options you can have. It's really, really impressive. And yeah, it's a really good interaction. So I'll go back to talk about it. Okay, so that's the watch faces. So as you can see, the watch faces are critically important. That's the thing you look at all the time. So I'll just show you a few of the ones you can get. They're pretty impressive. You've got a big range from your phone. You just download them to your watch, and you've got them all there. Just a point, if you get the Nike Apple Watch 4, that has not only the band with the holes in it, but you get the Nike, a few extra faces on that, and you get the running app installed in there as well. I recommend probably doing that. It's a pretty good option for the Nike, but it's up to you, of course, if you want that or not. Now, talking a bit about this, obviously the back of it has a ceramic blood pulse rate on the back there, and also will incorporate the ECG, which is not available outside the USA at the moment, but the United States customers, they will get that probably around about I think the next upload coming out, the new firmware will incorporate that ECG. Essentially what it does, you just touch the crown with the finger of this hand, and your wrist will take the current through your body right through to that side. If you touch the crown, and you'll get an ECG printout of all your heart rhythms and movements. Obviously that's important if you've got arrhythmias or in that kind of stuff. You can check that out early. Not to mention the pulse rate for upper and lower levels alarms to come on. It's got a full security fall function. If you fall, it will ring 000 or emergency. So these are some of the incorporated things in the new Apple Watch 4. I do like the real estate. You're getting 30% more screen now on both the respective models. So from the 38mm to the 42mm, sorry, from now the 40mm to the 44, you're getting 30% more screen than the other respective models, and it's thinner than the iPhone. The iPhones are always getting a little bit thinner, and so are the actual watches, except for the Apple Watch 3, which was thicker than the Apple Watch 2, but this is actually thinner again than them all. So yeah, pretty impressive. So let's talk a little bit about now the screen. It's an OLED screen, but it incorporates an LPTO, which is actually a functionality where it refreshes. It changes the refresh rate of the screen depending on what's using. If it's got a watch face, it doesn't need much movement. It'll go down and drop the refresh rate to save battery, and then if you're going to say photos, then you'll actually need a lot more refresh rate. It'll bump that up. So it's always managing that battery management system, like a little mini BMS, pretty effectively and pretty efficiently. 18 hours of use, and that's determined by possibly someone on the phone for a while, doing their emails, doing whatever, talking. An 18-hour battery life is a lot bigger, 30% bigger, or I think actually 40% bigger battery life than the previous Apple Watches. I'll show you the actual photo functions now. You can actually see photos quite well. So with the photo app, you just hit the button here. We go to, I'll just put my password in there. It's very, very high tech in terms of its no events today. Okay, so you can actually scroll this in and out how you want to get your photos. Basically, photos will come. We find the actual photo app. Where is it? Sorry, I apologize for this. Right, there we go. There's basically photos. You can scroll between. There's my fireplace and go back. You can actually really easily, if you want to, have a look at this. If you double tap it, it puts it in normal photo view, and then of course if you double tap it again, it puts it into you know, the way it was shot. That was obviously in a portrait mode, and then that will be probably in portrait mode. Yep. And there's my there's a landscape mode. Okay, so it's a really it's a beautiful to see photos on this. It is actually very, very impressive, and it makes it very intuitive to see photos. Yeah, on it. There's no question about that. I like the lightness. I like the weight of it. I think it's really cool to have a light. I usually carry a pretty heavy watch on me, and this is actually quite refreshing. To go for the sapphire crystal model or the stainless steel is absolute. You don't need it. Technically, the aluminium will be as strong as anything. It's lightweight. The glass is obviously like a Gorilla hardened glass on the actual watch. So I don't really think you need to get that upgrade of $300. Personally, I didn't see, you know, it's like a warning. What's my warning alarm? I don't see there's any benefit. Yeah, right, okay. I didn't see there's any benefit in getting that extra $300 for the sapphire crystal and the stainless steel. There's no need. The aluminum or the aluminium and the Gorilla hardened glass is good enough. So in all, guys, it's a fantastic gadget. I think it's a time to get into the Apple Watch if you haven't got one yet. Certainly, I can take phone calls out in the surf and between waves, which is another unbelievable aspect of this dimension of our technology and where we're going along in this amazing flying race of the latest stuff. So guys, I hope you enjoyed why I got an Apple Watch 4 and not a 3 or a 2 or a 1. I hope that this helped you in terms of the color and what I decided to do and get the silver and white, and I'll let you know how it goes with the description field below in terms of updates on how it's performing. But so far I've been wearing it for nearly 2 days. There's 34% battery left. Pretty impressive. So guys, till next time, happy watching and buying, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be back to the electric skateboards. Got some big things coming up this week, and I'll see you then. Andrew Penman signing off.